All right, time for my Power 10 rankings after another week in college volleyball. Now just under 2 weeks left till selections. Michella Chester here with NCAA Digital. My top three stay the same with Louisville, Texas, and Pittsburgh. The Cards have yet again cruised past another test. They moved to 24-0 this past weekend after taking down Georgia Tech for the second time. The Yellow Jackets put up a good fight in every single set, but it was never enough to take one from the top-ranked Cards. Texas also swept the weekend and stays at number 2. You know my opinion on them. They are a dominant team with dominant players and wicked serving. Takes a pretty dominant performance to take down a team like that. As for Pitt, they narrowly escaped an upset with a 5-set victory over Syracuse. I might have moved them down if Wisconsin hadn't lost, but they stay at number 4. Laketer Member-Monet has been phenomenal as of late for Pitt. She posted 23 kills on 362 hitting. As for Wisconsin, they do stay at number 4 despite the loss to Purdue for me. Here's why. 1. The Big Ten is a battle week after week. You can't deny that. They're going to have some more losses with really difficult tests. Secondly, below Louisville, Texas, Wisconsin, and BYU, you start getting into teams with 4, 5, 6, and 7 losses on the season. Wisconsin notched just its 3rd defeat, and 2 of those were to a really good team in Purdue. Plus, they have 5 impressive wins over Kentucky, Minnesota, Penn State, Ohio State, and Nebraska. So yes, they stay at 4. BYU makes a jump to number 5 with UCLA and Georgia Tech dropping matches over the weekend. BYU still has just 1 loss on the season to Pitt, which was its toughest opponent on the schedule. And then they have wins over Utah and San Diego. But over the weekend, Kennedy Eschenberg notched her 556th career block, which puts her at number 4 in program history for all-time blocks and number 1 in history for all-time solo blocks with 54. Baylor also moves up 2 spots. After number 5, every team has a good amount of losses. So number 6 through 10 are pretty subjective. So as you might know if you regularly tune into my Power 10 rankings, ranked good wins are the most important thing a team can have in my book. So that might tell you why I have Baylor at number 6. They have one thing no one else does, and that's a win over Texas, the previous number 1 team in the nation. UCLA drops to number 7 following a loss to Oregon on Sunday. Some might think they should drop farther, but this was only the Bruins' 4th loss on the year. It was to a ranked team that they've already beat once, and they still have 4 really good wins over Washington, Utah, Oregon, and Georgia Tech. For number 8, Purdue re-enters my Power 10 in a big way. I mean, way to make a statement last weekend, Purdue. The Boilermakers took down Wisconsin again and Minnesota, 2 of the most impressive teams in the Big Ten right now. With the addition of these 2 wins, I put them above Kentucky. If you want to argue with that, I just simply disagree. The Boilermakers have 5 losses, yes, but 4 great wins over Wisconsin twice, Ohio State, and Minnesota. Kentucky has 4 losses, but only 2 big wins over Stanford and Tennessee. So there you have Kentucky at number 9. And lastly, I am keeping in Minnesota, despite the loss to Purdue. Again, I think the Big Ten is a grind week after week. They're going to notch losses. And secondly, they have 5 good wins over Stanford, Oregon, Ohio State twice, and Nebraska. The other teams in consideration are Ohio State, Washington, Georgia Tech, and Nebraska. And I think the Gophers' resume gives them the nod over all of those teams. So that's it for me. Let us know who is in your top 10 and stay tuned to all of our volleyball content ahead of selections.